So my name's Rana. I'm a psychotherapist here at Expressive Therapy SA, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the Safe and Sound Protocol. So what is the Safe and Sound Protocol? Well, it's also known as the SSP, and it's a program that's neurobiologically based. So it pretty much acts on our bodies in a way that will help promote emotional regulation through sort of nervous system regulation, and actually helps to improve auditory sensitivities, as well as a range of other, I guess, presentations that are linked to this. And that's, I guess, based in the polyvagal theory as to how lots of different systems within our body, such as our gut, our ears, our facial sort of muscles and expression, are actually all linked and all are affected by the way that we move in the world. So, the way that we perceive others, the way that others perceive us, as this interconnected way of socially engaging, and that all of this is actually linked to the way that we hear sound. And so the SSP works through wearing particular headphones emitting certain music, which has been designed with an altered frequency, and that's actually to help almost train the ear muscles to be able to better perceive human speech, or the frequencies of human speech, instead of perceiving more so the lower frequency sounds, which can actually be, we actually kind of feel sometimes as sort of like a threat because of our evolutionary adaptations over time. Low frequency sound, like imagining like a lion's sort of growl, or something coming overhead, these sorts of things that we perceive as maybe a threat, and that actually we might be in danger. And so sometimes the ways that we can perceive this means that we act like, oh no, I don't want to hear this, it's almost painful, or we run away, or essentially we're not able to socially engage. Our bodies are not in a state where we can, sit down and have a nice chat, or really even hear what someone right in front of us might be saying. So that's sometimes things that people can experience. Maybe they've had a history of trauma, like abuse and neglect, or other experiences which have kind of led their nervous system to be in a state of perpetual fight flight, which is often seen in these kinds of, I guess, populations in children and adults. So the SSP can be used with both children and adults, thankfully. And so through these frequencies that are coming through the headphones, it trains this middle ear muscle like it's at the gym, doing reps, and actually increases the muscle's ability to be able to perceive the human voice frequencies, as well as actually dull the lower frequency sounds that are just actually not necessary for social engagement. So I guess that's sort of how it works, as well as how it can help. So it works through these physiological mechanisms, but the way that it can help is that often after we, I guess, have someone go through the SSP, we see them reporting, generally feeling more calm inside. They feel a sense of peace, or depending on the age group, they might report it differently, but an adult might say, oh yeah, I feel really peaceful, I feel really tranquil, there's a space there that wasn't there before. But little kids or younger people might say something like, my tummy feels really nice, or my heart feels really nice, I feel really relaxed. So it's just generally this bringing down this physiological state to be able to feel more calm. And then from there, that means that often, I guess it's all interlinked, but the emotional responses can be more, I guess, socially appropriate, or just make more sense. And a person can actually perceive what's happening in an environment and are better able to read others. So, the tone of somebody's voice or their facial expressions, those signals and safety can kind of come across better and be perceived better, so that a person's spontaneous behaviors, which, happen relatively, quickly, can be more adaptable, more reflexive, and more in line with having a functioning and thriving social world. So in terms of changes to expect, so the SSP is over a 5-day period, and we do a measurement at day 1, day 5, and 2 weeks post day 5. And often what we see is that there can be some improvements by day 5, but also those lasting improvements might be more so seen a few weeks on. And there are actually options as well to do a follow-up program, which can sort of help bolster some of those results. But as the other thing to note as well is that the SSP isn't a standalone program. It's best done alongside other therapies, because actually the SSP helps often a person to engage better with therapy, because overall they can feel more safe and I guess more in tune with the person in front of them for those, I guess, changes and goals that have already been established to occur. So yeah, I think that's essentially it. Please get in contact with us if you're interested in the SSP or want to know more. Head to our website, www.expressivetherapysa.com.au. You can send us an email there, subscribe to our newsletter. We hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.